Well, you know, Andy, we can argue till the cows come home, but House Resolution 926 says it all. And for those of you that do not know what the House Resolution 926 was, it was a bipartisan bill that was in the House. It was to stand with Ukraine. And basically, we're going to send aid, we're going to send military help, we're going to help the dogs, we're going to help the kids. It passed last week, 426 to 3. 3. Your only dissenting votes came from Thomas Masser, a Republican from Kentucky. Paul Gosar, he's a Republican from Arizona. And of course, Maryland Matt Rosendale, a Republican from good old Montana. These shitheads have both parties pissed off at them. So remember, the next time the election comes around, vote those 3 shitheads out, okay? All right, let's get on to Russia and Vladimir Putin. Do you all realize right now the fate of your family's life, the fate of your life, the fate of your children's life, the fate of your dog's life, the fate of everybody on the planet rest with like 4 fucking old men? I mean, seriously, think about this. You got Biden, you got Putin, you got the guy who runs the UN, and then President of Ukraine. He's not as old, but still, it's 4 fucking old men are deciding the fate of our whole goddamn planet. If that don't piss you off, just stay tuned. The refugee crisis is fucking staggering. Right now we have over 1.5 million, Andy, Ukrainians fleeing their sovereign nation. It's the largest migration since Nazi Germany and World War II. Over half of this 1.5 million people are children. Ripped out of their homes, ripped out of their fucking schools. They don't even know where their next meal's coming from. And to think just last week or so, they were out on the playground playing. That ain't bull fucking shit. Nothing is. Russia's knuckling down. They're knuckling down on social media. There's no TikTok, no Facebook, no Twitter, no YouTube. So if you're watching our podcast today on YouTube, you're shit out of fucking luck. Can't watch it in Russia. Holy shit, Andy. No more Russian porn.
No.
Oh, they've done away with Russian porn. That's it.
That's a hit.
That's a hit, isn't it? The news is under fire too in Russia. What's going on over there is any news outlet that's saying that this is a war and not a, what do they call it, police action, a military intervention?
Peacekeeping mission?
Peacekeeping, whatever they're talking about. But if you say it's a war, you can go to prison.
They're liberating them from themselves, I guess.
Yeah. You can go to prison if you say, if the reporting is true, if it's not true, if it's fair, if it's not unfair. Basically, they're cracking down on journalists in Russia. One of our tickers is shut down, and so we're relying on some of our news to come from Europe. No, we're not getting our news anymore from Eastern Europe or Russia. Those have been closed down. That porn's a hit, though, ain't it? The war has taken a fucking ugly turn, actually, as far as I can see. For starters, let's go with the 23-man hit list that Vladimir Putin has instated. It includes 2 former heavyweight champions of the world, President Zelensky, his wife, his fucking children, and other prominent members of society. A fucking goddamn hit list. And that is what Putin's war is all about. No, that's not what Putin's war is about. His war is all about civilians. That's what Putin's about. Vacuum bombs, cluster bombs, they're both outlawed by the Geneva Convention and international law. He's using them. And he's using them not on the troops, but on civilians. The targets that Putin has right now, that last week this war changed. This is Monday morning. God help us on what the end of the week's going to look like. The targets are schools, hospitals, old folks' homes, animal shelters, zoos, residential areas. That's not a fucking war, it's a massacre. He's insane. Reports of rape, looting, executions. This isn't a war. This is something else. Sanctions are, Putin's mad about sanctions. They're working somewhat. We need to keep that 3% of oil that we get from Russia. Andy, 3%, isn't it?
3 or 4 or something like that.
We don't need it.
No.
Fuck, gas is already screwing us up the ass anyway. Putin has come out and said, flat out, he said yesterday morning that sanctions by the West and NATO are a declaration of war as he bombs the fucking animal shelter. All the meanwhile, Putin threatens NATO, Sweden, Finland, Estonia, Lithuania, Hungary. He's threatening everybody. He's going to nuke this. He's going to nuke that. Our only fucking hope is that he's tight like this, thick as thieves at President Xi and him. I see them walking on the yard together all the time, right out of Shawshank. Yeah, they're thick as thieves. China's the only one that can talk any sense into Putin. First of all, I am pretty sure that President Xi does not want nuclear weapons flying from Russia through his airspace into Europe and or America. I am pretty sure that that's not on President Xi's to-do list this Monday morning. Also, if you think that Russia is going to get weapons from China, China's going to have to fucking give them to them because their money is worthless. So when Putin goes, yeah, China, we need some, missiles. What are you going to pay for it with? Putin, you're broke, man. Your money's worthless. So our only hope is President Xi because he is certainly not listening to the West at all. No-fly zone. For those of you that do not understand why we cannot have a no-fly zone over the Ukraine, let me break it down like X's and O's, like John Madden would. You got Russian planes over here. They're patrolling the airspace. You got American planes and British planes over here. They're all patrolling the airspace. Pretty soon, they're mixing it up. Oil and vinegar don't mix. Somebody's going down. The minute somebody shoots a plane down, you have Americans shooting and Russians. That's World War III. You might say, but Pipewrench, World War III is already here. But we're not there yet, but we're close. The no-fly zone is something we can't do. We just can't do it. So I know that you want troops over there. We want to do that. We want to do this. We're just going to have to go with sanctions and threats of nuclear war, and that's the way things are. It's Monday. It's getting close to the top of the hour here on Monday, so if you need to get to work, you need to get fucking going and quit listening to me. On our closing note this morning, fill up your gas tank. Gas has gone up 41 fucking cents since last Tuesday. That's 6 days. 41 cents. 41. We got a show planned for Friday, Andy?
Sure we do.
We do. Let's hope and pray that we're still here Friday. That's doing it.
Hell yeah.
That's doing it. All right, everybody. Thanks for showing up. We're going to be here. We're going to be here Friday.